Welcome to the Voyager automatic pool cleaner installation video. Let's explore what's in the box. Firstly, there is the skirt or disc. Then the body, the bumper strip, a flexible leader hose, assembling your Voyager pool cleaner. It is important that the fins of the skirt or disc face upwards for correct operation. It does have a top marking on the skirt or disc. To install the skirt or disc, simply slide it over the body, making sure it fits under the intake wings. The skirt or disc should not move freely. The bumper strip clips into the body slots at the top and bottom of the back side of the body. Initially, use the uppermost notch to clip the bumper strip into so that it does not bulge too much. The first hose to be connected to the pool cleaner is the leader hose. The hose and point of connection is clearly marked. Push it firmly onto the body until you have a good connection. After fitting the leader hose, fit all the other hoses, male to female. Listen for the click sound when pushing the hoses together. This indicates a secure connection. Add hoses until you have the correct length for your pool. That is, the length to the furthermost point from your suction point plus one hose section. The self-regulating control valve regulates the correct amount of suction. Connect the control valve to the last hose at the valve's 45-degree angle. Installation into a universal suction point. Simply push the straight end of the control valve into your suction point. You may have noticed that this pool cleaner has no hose weights. This pool cleaner is self-balancing and requires no additional hose weights. Installation into an Australian suction point. The Australian suction point has a spring-loaded bypass. Close this bypass as much as possible. This will allow the control valve to do the work for your system. To install, insert first cone connector into suction hole. Insert the straight end of the valve into the cone connector. If the control valve does not fit securely and touches the body of the lid, remove the valve and insert a second cone connector into the first one. Connect the straight part of the control valve once again into the cone connector. To avoid tension on your hoses, connect a 45-degree elbow connector to the other side of the control valve. Insert the soft blue adapter or plunger into the 45-degree elbow connector. One of the supplied hoses has a plastic insert. Take this hose and connect it to the adapter or plunger on the control valve. This will give you a 90-degree lead out to your pool. An upgraded control valve is now available. The upgraded control valve is transparent, allowing for visual inspection of blockages. This control valve may also be used as a flow meter. To use this control valve as a flow meter, please follow the next steps. Included with the control valve is an adapter and a nozzle. To test the amount of suction in your system, disconnect the control valve from your suction point and make a direct connection. Ensure your system is not in operation. Remove the control valve and insert the supplied blue connector into your suction point. Add a cone connector to the blue connector. Complete the direct connection by reconnecting your pool cleaner hose. At the pool cleaner end of the hose, disconnect your pool cleaner, and before you connect the control valve, let's investigate the control valve. You will notice 3 markings. These are indicators for low suction, marked L, correct suction, marked C, and high suction, marked H, when the control valve is used in this configuration as a flow meter. When you have determined that your flow rate is high, you are able to reduce this by removing the stopper in the rear of the control valve. This allows for extra bleed, correcting the flow in your system. The reading is taken from the leading edge of the blue piston to one of the 3 markings for the flow rate. The nozzle is inserted into the 45-degree end of the new control valve. Ensure the bleed stopper at the rear of the control valve is still in place. Now, insert the control valve straight end into the pool cleaner side of the hose. Placing and holding the control valve below water level, you then start your suction system, which will cause the blue plunger in the control valve to give you a flow reading, low, correct, or high. The appropriate corrective action may now be taken. Once the flow rate test is complete, remove the upgraded control valve from the pool hose and remove the test nozzle from the control valve. Store the nozzle for future tests. Connect this hose back onto your pool cleaner and the other side of the hose onto your control valve that is placed back into the suction point. Remember to first remove the blue test connector. Store the blue direct connector for future tests. Installation and maintenance tips. Tips for slow-moving pool cleaners. If your pool cleaner is moving very slowly, start at the suction point and check that the vacuum lid does not have any cracks. This will cause a drop in suction to your pool cleaner. Whenever replacing the suction point vacuum lid, ensure that it is fitted correctly and does not allow suction along any of its edges. Check your control valve for secure connection. If it is fitted loosely to the suction point, it will allow suction to bypass the valve. If this is the case, fit the extra cone supplied. If your pool cleaner is still moving slowly, after checking your suction point for problems, turn the system off and change the multi-port valve of your system to bypass. This excludes the sand filtration system. If your pool cleaner speed increases, clean or replace the sand in your sand filter or the cartridge in your cartridge filter. Alternatively, the baskets at your suction point or at the pump may be clogged. Clean them and check your pool cleaner speed. If all of these appear to be clean, check your pump lid for cracks and the pump lid O-ring for correct sealing. The O-ring may be flat, allowing air to be sucked in, reducing system suction. Tips for pool cleaners sticking in corners. If your cleaner is sticking in corners or on curvatures and is climbing out of your pool, you may have too much suction. To negotiate corners easily and for better random movement, ensure that the leader hose is attached to the pool cleaner and not anywhere else in the hose system. Well, that's all on the Voyager automatic pool cleaner installation video. May you enjoy a forever sparkling clean pool with Poolmaid pool products.